Hello beautiful yogis, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Maya. Today's class is going to be a full body flow. All we're going to need is, of course, yourself, like always, and a yoga mat. When you are ready, meet me on your mat in a comfortable seated position. Take whichever position is pleasing to you. You could have one leg in front of the other, you could be sitting crisscross, or you could even be on your knees. When you're ready, tuck your chin into your chest and begin to take neck rolls going in one direction. Take your time and go slow. As we're taking these neck rolls, bring your attention to how this is feeling in your body. Notice where the tightness is. For me, I'm feeling a lot of tightness in my upper back today. Where are you feeling it? One more in this direction. Maybe close down your eyes. Opposite direction. Swirling it around. Take your time, no rush. Last one. Meet me back in a neutral position. Your head should be stacked directly over your hips. Okay, we're going to walk your hands forward. I'm going to turn to the side so that you guys can really see. Walk your fingertips forward just a few inches. Straighten your back. Make sure that your spine is still aligned. We're going to round over the upper back. So tuck your chin into your chest as you round into it. Your chin should be touching your chest. Your fingertips are about 4 to 6 inches ahead of you. Bring your attention back to the breath. With every inhale, feeling into the sensations. Make sure that your lower back is still aligned. Breathe in, filling up your lungs. And exhale. Take a few more breaths at your own pace. Untuck your chin as you walk your hands back into center. Straighten out your spine. Push into a box pose. Make sure that your knees are stacked directly under your hips and your wrists are stacked directly under your shoulders. Tuck your toes under. Inhale your chin up, cow pose. Exhale, round your spine. Tuck your chin in. Inhale, glance up. Exhale, round. Inhale. Exhale. Continue your cat and cows, following along with the rhythm of your breath. Last one. come back to a neutral spine. Your right arm is going to reach all the way up to the sky. Make sure that your hips are still squared off. Exhale, thread the needle, finding your right ear down to the mat. Inhale, unthread, big reach. Exhale, thread it through. Inhale. Exhale, this time holding thread. Your left arm is going to reach up. Check in with your hips, making sure that they're still squared off. Option here to keep your arm right here on your lower back, or you can bind it all the way around. Take 3 deep cycles of breath here. Release your left hand down to the mat. Big push up as your right arm reaches up. And release back to your box pose. Opposite side, left arm reaches up to the sky. Exhale, thread it through. Inhale, reach. Exhale. Last time, inhale. Exhale, thread it through. Right arm comes up and around to your lower back. Check in with your hips. Stay here or bind behind your back. Take 3 cycles of breath. Close on your eyes. Really feel into your body. Take a little bit of inventory. What is your body telling you? Release your right arm down to the mat. Big push up, reach. And release back to your box. Your toes should still be tucked. So push up into your first downward facing dog. Take movements here that are pleasing to you. Maybe walk the dog, bending one knee at a time. Bend into both of your knees as you glance forward and push back, downward facing dog. Bend your knees, glance forward, down dog. Last time, bend your knees, push back, downward facing dog. Find some stillness. Make sure that your knees are still slightly bent. Don't walk them out. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Shake your head no. Shake your head yes. Releasing tension in your upper back and your neck. And when you're ready, find stillness. Right leg reaches up to the sky, 3-point down dog. Square off your hips. Make sure that you can still see your foot. On an exhale, pull your knee through between both of your hands. Release down on your back leg. Scoop your arms up for a kneeling crescent. Make sure that when you're here, you're not dumping into your hips. Scoop them up. Use your strength. Firmly push into your front leg. Release your left hand down to the mat. Option here to bend your back leg and reach for your foot. If this is too intense for you, you have the option to straighten out your front leg as you sit back on your heel. Stay here or slowly begin to walk your hands forward. If you're up here with me, you have the option here to take an extra neck stretch. So release your left ear down to your arm and take 2 deep cycles of breath. Release your back foot if you have it. If you're in the other variation, come back up to your crescent lunge. Straighten out your back leg and take a twisted runner's lunge. Make sure that when you're here, that all your weight is not in your arm. If you were to lift up your arm, your legs should be your main supporter. Your arm is just here for some extra balance. So really root down into your standing legs, especially that right one. One more breath here. Lift yourself up using your core for a twisted crescent. Make sure that your back heel is lifted off the mat and glance back towards your right hand. Right hand is going to reach down for that back leg as your left arm goes up, taking the side body stretch. Release your back arm to the front as you pivot on your back foot, warrior 2. Strong warrior. Your front leg is facing forward and your back foot is at a 45-degree angle. Take 2 more deep breaths here. Inhale through the nose, you're so strong. Exhale through the nose. One more, inhale. Exhale. Straighten out both of your legs for a star pose. Heels in, toes out. Bend your knees for a goddess pose. Plant your hands on your legs, not your knees, your thighs. Dip your right shoulder in for a twist, glancing over your left shoulder. Hey! Back to center. Opposite side, glancing over. And back to center. Big star pose. Pivot on both of your feet. Back to that crescent. Release your hands down to the mat. Push back, downward facing dog. Take 3 refreshing breaths here. Inhaling through your nose. Exhale with your mouth. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Resetting the body here and preparing yourself for side 2. I know you can do it. Left leg lifts up to the sky, 3-point down dog. Check in with your hips. Can you still see your toes? If not, pull your left hip down. Inhale. On your exhale, pull your knee through between both of your hands. Relax your back leg down. Scoop your arms up for a kneeling crescent. Remember, no dumping here. Scoop it up. You are so strong. There you go. Hold here. If the arms are too much, you always have the option to bring your hands down to heart center. Steady your breath. Your right palm comes down to the mat. Your left arm reaches up and over for that back foot. Once again, if this is too intense, straighten that front leg as you sit back on your right heel. Go as deep as you can go. No forcing. No forcing. If anything hurts, back off. And if you're up here with me, take that neck stretch. Release your right ear down to your shoulder. Release your back foot. Tuck your toes and push up into a twisted runner's lunge. Grounding down through your feet. Remembering that this arm is just here for extra balance. Can you float it around a little bit? There you go. Pushing into your legs. These are what's supporting you here. One more breath. Rise up, twisted crescent. Make sure that your back heel is lifted and glance back towards your left hand. Right arm reaches up. Side body stretch as you glance back. Beautiful job, yogis. Pivot on your back foot. Warrior two. Bend into the front knee. Make sure that your knee is stacked directly over the foot. Right foot, 45 degrees. Front foot, completely straight. You know this. Glance forward. Take 2 deep breaths. Beautiful job. Straighten out that front leg. Pivot your feet in. Toes in. Heels out this time. Clasp your hands behind your back and fold forward as you allow your hands to fall over. Make sure that when you're here, that you're not allowing your hands to fall open. Keep your palms clasped in and touching each other. When your hands are touching, this is how you will get the best stretch through your shoulders. 2 more deep cycles of breath. Bend through your knees as you come up. Lift it up, using your strength. Open up your heart to the sky. And release your hands back to a star pose. Pivot on your feet. Crescent lunge. And push back, downward facing dog. Y'all, I am breaking a sweat. I don't know about you, but I am definitely sweating. Bend your knees and find a child's pose. Allowing your heart rate to come down. You did a fantastic job. Bring your right ear down to the mat and bend your arms a little bit to give you some room. Take 3 cycles of breath here. Release your ear and bring that left one down to the mat, opposite side. 3 cycles of breath. Bring your forehead down to the mat. As you walk your hands up, Bring your knees in to touch. Tuck your toes, making sure that every single toe is tucked, so pull your little pinky toes through. And we're going to take a foot stretch because our feet do so much for us and they definitely deserve some love. If you wear high heels, this is going to feel a little extra intense, but know that you need it. Okay, let's distract ourselves a little bit here. Reach your right arm out to the side as you let your left ear fall down to your shoulder. If this neck stretch is too intense, go ahead and release your arm. Come back to center, release your arm, opposite side, left one reaches out, right ear comes down to your shoulder. Same rules apply. If it's too intense, release your arm. Release your arm, coming back to center. Pull forward into a box and pat out your toes. Meet me on your back. So get there however you would like. Take your time, no rush. Ah, there's the sun. Come down onto your back. And let your legs open up to the sky. So your feet are stacked directly over your hips. Relax here for a moment, allowing all the blood in your feet to come down into your hips. This is great for circulation in your body. It's almost like it's forcing your body to recirculate the blood. Plant your palms down by your sides. They can either be planted or up. I'm going to have my palms down. Take 3 deep cycles of breath here. Hello, Mr. Sun. Thank you for showing up. Point and flex your feet. Take ankle rotations going in one direction. Close on your eyes if this feels good. Opposite way. Bring your feet back to neutral. Bend your knees into your chest. Take circles with your knees, so as if you're drawing a big circle on the ceiling. Opposite direction. This is a great little massage for your lower back. And when you're ready, find your final resting pose. Allow your legs to fall out. Pull your shoulders away from your ears. I'm going to flip my palms to be facing up. And as you take your deep inhales and exhales, slowly begin to scan through your body, starting at your head. As I scan, I'm noticing that my forehead is scrunched up. I'm going to release that. Scan down through your shoulders, completely relax them into the mat, no tension. Scanning down your body, over your tummy. Release any tension that might be here. Scanning your hips, your legs. Scanning through your thighs, your knees, and your calves, releasing any tension that you might be holding here. And with every exhale, relaxing a little bit more into the mat. Scan over your freshly stretched out feet. And if your mind has wandered off, bring your attention back to your breath. Take a little bit of inventory here. How is your body feeling now? Unclench your jaw. Release your tongue from the roof of your mouth. If you have a monkey brain right now, it's just going all over the place, count your breaths. Let's take 5 breaths together, counting them in your head. Check your breath, make sure that you're not shallow breathing. Take deep inhales and exhales. Begin to wiggle your fingertips. Wiggle your toes. Take a big good morning stretch, reaching your arms up overhead, pointing your toes like you're pulling yourself apart. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Oh, this feels so good. Big good morning stretch. And release. Exhale as you pull your knees into your chest for a tight ball. Roll onto your side of choice for a fetal pose. Fetal pose is symbolic of rebirth and renewal. You are a different person than you were when you started this class. When you're ready, begin to flutter your eyes open, taking in your surroundings once more. Take your time as you push yourself up into a seated posture. Let's take one more closing breath together, sealing in our practice. Inhale as you reach your arms up overhead, fill up your lungs completely, gathering all of this beautiful energy that we have created together. Exhale, pull it into your heart center, taking it with you throughout the rest of your day. I bow to you respectfully as we close our practice. Thank you guys so much for joining me for today's practice. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you know someone who could benefit from this practice, let's go ahead and share the love and send them this link so that we can all be here practicing together and feeling great. As always, I am wishing you the very best going on throughout the rest of your day and the rest of your week. And until next time, I love you and I'm sending you so much peace, joy, and love. I'm wishing you the very, very, very best. Mwah! Bye!